What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Wrestling Junkies Podcast. I am Eric, Mr. Cincinnati Robinson, and the podcast that has decided to take Friday off, and in its place is Johnny Van Frank of Stump The Smark. Johnny, how are you?
Are we not doing my intro? We're not doing the intro.
That's
Bill. Next time you need to
not
tell
today,
me,
bud.
Bill. Next time you need to tell me so I'm prepared. All right, it's very clear. We prepped for this. You need to tell me next time. All right. Yes, just
There's that contract biting me in the ass again.
Let's just get this. Hello, how are we doing today, good sir? I have come dressed to the nines for our preview show.
Wow,
I got me a little
to the nines,
drinky poo as well, and I am ready to discuss WCW Bash at the Beach with you.
I greatly wait. What?
WCW Bash at the Beach.
No, we're here.
I'm excited. Are you?
No, we're here to talk Full Gear, bud.
I'm sorry?
We're here to talk Full Gear, AEW Full Gear this Saturday.
Bill, you know I will. Bill, I came prepared, and you told me it was WCW.
All right. Well, Johnny's again. Welcome to Wrestling Junkies
Podcast. AEW is the show today.
Sure
welcome to the Wrestling Junkies Podcast. It is me, Johnny Van Frank. I am with the gracious host, Mr. Cincinnati, podcast dad. Took today off. He let me use his studio. I very much appreciate that. But, sir, are you ready to talk AEW? Let me check the notes here. Full Gear 2023.
I am
Coming
ready.
At you live
first and
from
foremost,
Inglewood, California. This should be a great show with the main event of MJF and Jay White. I am very excited for that match. It is for the AEW World Heavyweight Champion. It should be very good. The promotional poster is featuring MJF and Jay White. It is at the Kia Forum in Inglewood, California. Takes place November 18th, 2023. I hope you are ready for it because I am ready for it. Mr. Cincinnati, why don't you kick us off?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do before you so rudely interrupted me.
Excellent.
So, all right, you good? You comfortable?
That is strong. Good job, Bill.
All right, great. Well, let's just get into it. We got nine great matches coming our way. Yeah, so let's just start it right off. Max Friedman is going to be taking on the Guns, defending the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships. Mystery partner to be announced. Johnny, I know that you're not used to working more than 10 minutes at a time, so we do have 9 matches to go through. You sure you can handle this, or?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Sorry, sir.
Right.
You're on a delay over here. It's very windy in LA right now, so I just need to make sure that all the connections are fine. Tony, IT guy, let's hook this up. All right. Hey, that's why we pay you the big bucks.
How many people?
Let's go.
Okay.
I am ready to talk. We have MJF versus TBA against the Guns, Austin and Colton, a tag team match for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. What do you like about this match there, Mr. Cincinnati?
I like everybody that's involved in this match. I'll start by saying that. However, much as Podcast Dad and I have spoken about earlier this week, this tag team title run with MJF has gotten long in the tooth. The babyface run is getting stale. You know, this is it's a bold move to put your world champion on your 0 hour. You know, this is going to be the first match of the night, and he's going to have to defend the world title later against Jay White. I can tell that they're trying to make these matches feel like a priority, but I mean, you're opening your world champion up to injury by continuing this angle, and really just kind of wondering what the payoff is. You know, we don't know who the tag team partner is going to be. I could see Max eventually just giving up and you know, acquiescing to Samoa Joe's demands. So I don't know. It is what it is. The Guns would be great with these tag team championships. I don't necessarily see them winning them tomorrow night. So overall, my prediction, MJF wins this one. I think Samoa Joe will end up being his tag team partner.
You know, when you're right, you're right. I also think Samoa Joe will be the tag team partner. However, as the podcast ad stated, Joe didn't say he had to win. He just said he had to tag. So what I see happening is I think it's time for this whole Ring of Honor tag team champion experiment to be done. Let MJF be the world heavyweight champion, as he should be. Stop putting him on the pre-show just to try to drive your numbers up. I see what you're doing, Tony. I like it, but I don't want it at the same time. I think MJF and TBA, whoever that may be, Samoa Joe, I think, maybe Roderick Strong, I don't know. But I think the Guns will take this one. I think it's time to move on from this whole title fiasco that happened with MJF and Adam Cole, unfortunately, with the Adam Cole injury. But I'm going to go with Austin and Colton because that's because.
They also have a very fun entrance. I just like
almost as good as mine.
The way they do the guns up, shooting the water.
Almost.
Whatever. Elsewhere on the card, we have Hikaru Shida. I can't talk right now. I'm sorry. Hikaru Shida versus Timeless Tony Storm for the AEW Women's.
Is the name. And then the one you were messing up on is Tony Storm.
Yes, Timeless Tony Storm, AEW Women's World Championship.
A singles match.
Yeah, I only said that there were two competitors, so good for you. Good for figuring that out.
Just educating the audience. You know, we need to do that a little bit more. Sometimes the audience doesn't fully understand.
This is a wrestling podcast, so people kind of know how it works when matches are announced, whether they're singles or tag or multi-persons. But thank you for that. Thank you for
that's why I'm here.
Mansplaining how to do my job. Appreciate it.
Not mansplaining, just explaining.
Host-splaining, okay.
Hey, that is why you butter the bread, sir.
Is that contract biting me in the ass again? All right. Anyway, real talk on this match. I'm just gonna say it right now. Time for Toni Storm to take back the AEW Women's World Championship. This has been better than anything that she has done in her entire AEW run. The Outcasts storyline was an out-and-out failure, but this gimmick that she has stumbled onto is just sheer perfection. The fact that she's got Luther the Butler now, Mariah May is in the fold. It's just so exciting to see what how she has really, really, become this personality and taken us to such a throwback time in early wrestling that it's hard not to see her walking out with the championship. Shida was an interesting choice to take the title off of Saraya. I am not sure why that happened, but it really hasn't felt like a spectacular run for her, which is unfortunate because she's incredibly talented. But I think it might be time to take the title off of her, back to the drawing board. Let Toni take that division and run with it. It's her time.
Great points, as always, Mr. Cincinnati. I had a butler once, but the problem was he never made me a sandwich. There is an issue here with Hikaru Shida. She has been this is her third title run, if I'm not mistaken. You okay over there? Are you all right? All right. This has been her third title run as the champion, and every time it's been transitional. They are running the risk of making her a paper champion. Yeah. And with taking her seriously, much as I'm trying to take you seriously right now, it's really, really going to be tough to take her seriously moving forward if Toni Storm wins. I would like to see Shida get a title win under her belt at a pay-per-view. I don't know if Toni needs it quite yet. I think we're waiting for that babyface turn. Maybe this is a Mariah May interference where they're kind of doing this stalker angle. I had a stalker once as well. Have fun in jail, buddy. But is this a situation where you could see that happening, where this kind of stalker angle comes into play and maybe cost Toni Storm the title, and we kind of see that evolve or devolve into madness keep going?
Not quite yet. I think that with this story, I think Mariah May wants to prove that she is an asset, and I apologize that I'm in tears right now over your very, very bad joke, and I'm also a little bit sad about Joe Burrow and the torn ligaments in his wrist.
Who?
But
was that the baseball game last night?
Bengals quarterback.
I'm sorry about that. I know that you're a big baseball fan. Stay in the fight.
Too bad your Phillies couldn't do the same thing.
I don't know who those. I don't know who they are.
As far as what was,
I don't watch sports. I watch Jeopardy. Which Becky, come on, they got to be better. A funny story about that. Trebek runs a great show, but he's got to give her more of a chance. I'll tell you about a story about me and Trebek. One time we went to the Poconos, and man, does that man love calamari.
Yeah, God rest his soul.
Who?
Alex Trebek.
Hey,
He's no
wherever
longer with us.
he's obviously not on the podcast right now, of course. But hey, Alex, we're looking at you. Hopefully hear from you soon, buddy.
Anyway, so we got off the rails here. As for Mariah May, that's what we're talking about. So I could see her very much, again, she's trying to get into Tony's good graces. I think that she's willing to do anything in order to do that, including helping her win the championship just to be in her orbit. So I would imagine that this will be something where it's kind of a standoffish at first, but she helps her to start winning, and then she enters the fold. This could be another. This could be AEW's take on Damien Mizdow, as far as having an entourage or, just somebody to essentially carry her bags and be that focus of that character, Not necessarily a stunt double, but just, again, kind of Mariah May would be, the turtle to Tony's Vince.
Yeah. I stopped listening. What was that, sir? You said something about a turtle? Didn't follow.
Why did he do this to me today? This is a paper. Oh, okay.
So right. Final prediction. You say timeless Tony Storm?
Tony Storm.
Shida. Next match, sir. That's how you transition.
Okay, we've got a trios match.
Transitioned. That's how you do that. Just take notes. If you're going to be on the show with me, please take notes. Thank you.
We usually don't have this much. This is a week's worth of interaction that we're going to be having today. Trios match: Sting, Darby Allin, Adam Copeland, taking on Nick Wayne, Luchasaurus, and Christian Cage. First time that Copeland and Christian will be sharing a ring in a couple of years at this point. It's been a while since they've faced off against each other.
Did you say there was a dinosaur in this match?
Luchasaurus, yes, he's a dinosaur with a PhD.
Are you sure this isn't?
Or a master's degree, one of the two.
We're sure this isn't WCW.
Quite positive.
All right. As I see Sting.
No. Okay.
Just
good.
I'm sure this isn't Bash at the Beach 2000.
This is not Bash at the Beach 2000, buddy.
All right. Well, I see.
Like, do you just not get the internet?
I see Sting and I see Ric Flair, and I see a dinosaur. That seems to be.
Ric Flair will be in.
All right. Well, hey, here's the thing. Sting is on his retirement tour. Let's get serious, guys. Sting's on his retirement tour. I don't see them losing this match. I could see a huge spot with Cope and Christian to kind of tease something in the future here. I would love to see that because I think that is a match that you're going to want to get to sooner rather than later due to the health of both men being later in their careers. So I don't know the health of Darby Allin. Does he still have the shoulder injury?
I would imagine that he does. He doesn't necessarily work the safest style that ever existed.
So I would say a Sting Darby Allin, the Adam Copeland and the Ric Flair get the win over Christian, Cage, Luchasaurus, and John Wayne.
Nick Wayne. No relation.
However you want to slice the bread, buddy.
Anyway, I have to agree with you. I don't see Sting losing on the retirement tour anytime soon. Quite frankly, I don't think that Sting loses until that match at Revolution.
Who takes the pin here, Mr. Cincinnati? Because I don't think it will be Christian. I think you saved that for Adam Copeland.
Yeah, I think that'll be Nick Wayne. Easy enough.
So, and I know the podcast dad kind of threw this idea out, and hey, great idea, Mr. Podcast Dad. Here's my big question. Does the Adam Copeland Christian feud include the TNT Championship? Your thoughts?
I don't see why it can't at some point in time. I'm not exactly dying to see it or anything like that. I think I just care more about versus Cage. That's really it. We've never really gotten a proper singles feud between those two when they're both at the top of their game. So this is a lot different from their first attempt at this in 2001. After the King of the Ring. But these are grizzled veterans at this point. They're not going to be holding anything back. It has gotten deeply personal. I don't think they need the championship, but I could see it being a feel-good story to put a title on Copeland for the first time since he has returned to full-time
I
action.
don't know if I need the title on Copeland. The TNT Championship's kind of a mid-card title, so let's give that to some younger talent to kind of elevate that. I think a Copeland probably in that main event tier eventually in AEW, but we'll see, because I think this Adam Copeland run has gotten off to a slow start. I don't know if that's the right word, but I'd like to see something big happen here, because right now,
I would agree with that.
Right now, as a fan, Copeland still just kind of seems out of place. It's weird to see Adam Copeland on a different show. Maybe that's because he's been with the other brand for so long, but it is still weird for me to see Edge on a different show and not in a super prominent role at the moment. Because, they haven't – I think they've been on Collision. Is that correct? And, last week I think the number was 300,000 people watch Collision. So it's not like a ton of people are tuning into that. It will be interesting to see. Again, I think Sting, Darby, Adam get the big babyface win. You I would save a Sting loss until his final match to kind of give him that moment in the ring by himself, put over whoever, whether that be Darby. I think it should be Darby, but let him have that moment to kind of soak it all in after a loss. But this one should not be it.
Yeah, no, I don't think there's much more to be said about this. I think this is just a larger tease of, this match that'll be happening down the line. I guess the question for you is, when do you think that they will have this one-on-one match?
I don't answer questions. Let's move on to the next one. I'm the host. I ask the questions here.
Wait. Here's what you need to understand, Ben Frank. I tolerate working with you. You're a guest on my show. I ask a question, you answer.
You're totally right. I apologize. That is just the 25+ year host in me. I apologize. When do I think they will face off? Well, down the road, I think is the right answer here.
God, Miss Chris. Anyway,
Christmas?
John Mox.
It's Thanksgiving. Next week's Thanksgiving. It's not Christmas. We sure this is the guy you want hosting? We're sure. Okay. Hey, I'm just a humble employee, a humble guest on the show. He's the one blurting out Christmas. I don't understand it either, but Tony, hey, we're gonna keep it going. You want to go to the next match, sir?
Yes, I do. We've got Jon Moxley taking on Orange Cassidy for the AEW International Championship. This is a feud that has also, that's actually a really good word for that. We agree on something here. Seems like this is them trying to get back to where they wanted to be with Moxley before the concussion. It's been a meh run for Orange Cassidy this go around. I think it's because that last run was so iconic and there were so many great moments, and this was just kind of hot shot booking that we've seen with the championship between Moxley, Phoenix, and Cassidy over the last few months. Due to injury. So it's no one's fault, and they're just they're reacting and adapting in a manner that they have to, because that's they don't have a choice. Here, I could see either one of these guys winning this match. Like, legitimately, either one of these guys could go over with the title, and I think everybody would be fine with it. Overall, I think that AEW would like to try to get back on track with the Moxley run with this. So I'm gonna go Jon Moxley dethroning Orange Cassidy. What say you?
Disagree, my friend. I think they played their hand on Wednesday when Orange Cassidy hit the Orange Punch. Is that the name of the move?
Yes.
I love oranges, by the way. Orange is a great source of vitamin C. If you guys don't know that, an orange a day keeps the doctor away. Orange Cassidy, I think, with the Orange Punch that didn't work, I think he's going to resort to a heel tactic to win this match. And, do we see maybe him target the head a little bit and kind of play into that storyline? Like, does he work on those moves, and do we see some selling from Moxley kind of post concussion syndrome, kind of work on that? Like, I think that will play a role into the match. So I will say Orange Cassidy just because they made that such a big deal on Wednesday.
Okay. Well, I'm going Moxley because Cincinnati's own, and
you guys need something.
I
heard the first baseman broke his hand yesterday. T's and P's. Okay, you doing your breathing exercises? You still thinking about Christmas?
Mm-hmm.
Funny story about Christmas.
Me from one.
Santa Claus is
all right. Go ahead.
Kris Kringle, correct?
Yeah, Kris Kringle, Saint Nick, Père Noël.
Why does he have so many names? Does it a multiple personality disorder? We need to dive deeper.
Yeah, there's thousands of cultures around them.
We need to dive deeper into the Santa Claus issue. He breaks into people's houses, leaving them stuff, drinking their milk, eating their cookies. And we don't know which Santa's showing up. It could be Kris Kringle. Saint Nick. Who'd you say? Old Noel. I don't know.
Chris, if you're watching this episode, I sincerely hope you step on a Lego tonight.
What are you looking at? Looking at me? We're looking at the camera.
Anyway.
Tony, fix my...
Next match.
Tony, get over... Thank you. All right. There we go. Tony, fix the camera for me.
Are you ready for the next match?
We're not done?
No, we can't have 9 matches to get through, bud.
We getting paid by the hour, or what's the check's coming, right? Is the check coming? I do not work for free.
There's that contract biting me in the ass again. Kenny Omega, Chris Jericho taking on the Young Bucks. Chris and I talked about this yesterday. This is just a weird rivalry. This is, I don't know what they're trying to do with the Bucks here right now. Ever since Hangman Page went off to have the Swerve Strickland feud, they've just kind of seemed directionless, and now they're resorting to heel tactics and low blows. The match with Penta and Commander the other day. I don't know. This is not necessarily a match I'm looking, I'm clamoring to see or anything like that. Like it'll be a good match. It's the Bucks, it's Kenny, but
if I may, might pull something out of my
I don't have a choice.
Bag of tricks. A Stump the Smart question. Chris Jericho debuted on his debut match was on SmackDown against the Road Dogg. What kind of match was it?
It was a standard singles
Incorrect,
match,
sir.
I believe that Chris Jericho.
It was a tables match.
Didn't Jericho? It wasn't a tables match. It was a disqualification. It was a disqualification finish. It was a disqualification finish.
Rick?
Because he put him through a table. Oh my god.
Rick and research. Did you mess this up? I don't like looking like a fool. I don't look like a fool.
Truly apologize to anybody that's listening out there.
The Golden Jets versus the Young Bucks. Did you throw the stipulation out? I don't remember if you did.
No, it's just a it's a tag team.
There is
match.
a stipulation.
Do tell.
If the Golden Jets win, they will receive the Young Bucks AEW Championship shot. If the Bucks win, the Golden Jets must disband as a team. So with this, I will say the Golden Jets are going to win because why would they even tease that?
Yeah.
I'm going to say the Golden Jets win. Young Bucks will end up costing them that tag team title match. And I think we're off to the races. I don't understand the feud. I don't know why the Young Bucks are mad at Kenny Omega. I don't know why Kenny Omega is still teaming with Chris Jericho. I know it's the Don Callis family kind of dynamic, but why haven't the Young Bucks joined the Golden Jets to help them fight off the Don Callis family instead of Paul White and Kota Ibushi? Doesn't really make much sense. However, this will be a great match. Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks always have great matches together. Chris Jericho, at 75 years old, is still having really good matches. And this will be his third match this week. And if he can complete the trifecta, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time.
Yeah, he's goated. That's for sure. Yeah, no. Now that I know that there's a stipulation, I'd have to agree.
Doing the research.
I'd imagine this is probably something that gets set up for a trilogy of matches, or at the very least, they'll run it back at World's End. Why not? So yeah, no, that's cool. I think Kenny Omega, Chris Jericho, they make a fine tag team. I'd like to see a lot more of what they can do as a unit and see where it goes.
Yeah, I know. I said, I know. What was that?
Ready for the next match?
Ready for the next match, sir.
I just asked you that. Yes or no? Oh, God. All right.
Hey, you got to smile more.
It's
a great day. It's Friday. We got wrestling tomorrow. There's wrestling tonight. There's 3 hours of AEW. There's 2 hours of WWE. There's a lot going on. Wrestling is fun again. I'm going to take you back to a story back in the day when I was watching. You're up. Carl Gotch was in the ring and he was having a great match. And man, you guys don't understand how great he was. It's not for you youngins. It is not the flippy floppy you guys like. It's nice catch wrestling. Him and Gerald Briscoe, fantastic match.
Can we just get through this, please? Okay, I'm doing this on 24 hours notice.
I'm having a great time. I'm having a great time. Are you having a great time?
I can't say that. Well, you're
having a bad time.
Me off now, to be honest with you.
You can't say you're having a bad time, though.
You're kind of pissing me off, to be honest with you.
No. Next match.
Okay, you ready to talk tag team titles?
You're jumping the system. I need to catch up on my notes here, but yeah.
Man. Oh, yeah, you're right. I did skip a match. I apologize.
2 matches.
Chris Statlander, Julia Hart, and Sky Blue for the... Yeah, you're right. All right. See, he's got me so damn flustered. Okay. Let me just regroup here. What would Tully do? Neil Tacos. Exhale. Negativity. Tully, he was on your show last week. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Talking about that guy again?
You'll be seeing him again on Tuesday, bud. Huh? Yeah, that guy again. Okay, so... Yes, again, can we just make the best of this, please?
I am off next week. I have a trip to the Bahamas, and I will not be on the show.
You've got Zoom, whatever. Anyway,
Alex Trebek and I have a great resort booked, and it's going to be fantastic.
Alex Trebek has been dead for several years now. Adam Page, Swerve Strickland, Blood
Alex
Feud,
Trebek
Texas.
Can't
do this with you. I can't.
Go ahead.
Adam Page, Swerve Strickland, Texas Death Match. Okay, this is a rivalry that is fierce. It's going to be vicious. It's going to be a bloodbath. Probably match of the night at this point right now. Just looking at this card, I think this has been one of the best builds to the match. To a match on this entire card.
Very long-winded. In my research, did you see what happened at Wrestling Revolver last night?
I did not.
So Swerve was advertised to come out. He cut a promo, just having a good time, running down the fans. Hangman showed up and attacked him. It was a very good angle. I like the AEW kind of switching promotions and still carrying those storylines. I thought it was a really cool thing. I thought their segment on Dynamite was very good, where they couldn't touch each other, but Hangman goes, doesn't mean I can't touch Prince Nana, and then beat the crap out of Prince Nana. I think that was...
And he's going to steal his
I think
weed.
that was a very, very good angle. I think the whole feud has been good. I think, and I don't want it to happen, but I think Hangman will win this match so they can set up a third one at World's End.
Yeah. I mean, if they can, Swerve won the first one, right?
Yes.
Okay. That would make more sense. I mean, you don't get to break into a man's home and not expect there to be, him to get over and to get his revenge for that. World's End, I would definitely be here for that. I think that this is a way to firmly establish Swerve as a main eventer. I would love to see Swerve Strickland as AEW champion in 2024.
Yeah, can't disagree anymore. Have you ever been to Texas, Mr. Cincinnati?
I
It's
have.
hot.
It is.
What part of Texas did you go to?
Why does it matter?
Just trying to make some small talk here, buddy. I feel like there's a
Yeah, well,
I feel like there's a little tension here, and I want to get to know you, Miss.
You're right.
I want to get to know you better. Where did you go in Texas?
Okay, well, we'll do it. Fine.
Well, that's
Don't
great.
worry about
I
it.
am happy for it.
Next
I went
match.
to Dallas, went to that amazing stadium. Jerry Jones, shout out. Hey, you're a great friend of mine. Can't wait to see you in a few weeks. Go Cowboys. What's the next match? Still live?
Yep. Oh, good. Triple threat match. Chris Statlander, Julia Hart, Sky Blue, AEW TBS Championship. Deeper story is Julia Hart missing Sky Blue. We're starting to see this slow descent into darkness, negativity. Is this the night that we see Sky Blue join the House of Black?
Here's the thing about this match. I don't care. I just don't.
Okay.
I would rather have Statlander be in a one-on-one feud with bigger stars. I think if you run it back with Julia Hart, I think it'd be much better. I don't want to see Statlander lose the title. I don't get the need for a triple threat match. If the storyline is between Julia Hart and Sky Blue, then have that match on the pre-show and have something more substantial for Chris Statlander. This kind of feels almost above Chris Statlander right now, or below Chris Statlander. I apologize. But
I don't know. I didn't know you had the capability to do that.
well, not to you, but Statlander has been on an epic run. If she loses it here, I would hope that the next step is the AEW Women's Champion. However, if that goes to Timeless Tony Storm, she's not going to get that champion. So Statlander, keep the title. Start making this mid-card a little bit hotter, I would say. Let's have some of those main, like her and Britt Baker put on a very good match a couple months ago. Why can't that be the feud for this title?
Who?
Britt Baker. DMD.
Who?
What? Are you an owl?
No, I'm just saying I haven't seen her in.
Well, she's a dentist.
I don't know who that is.
Fun theory on that. Some think she might be the devil.
Nah.
Hey, I didn't say you had to agree with it. I'm just saying that it's a fun fan theory. What are your thoughts about this match? Because again, I'm not super into the feud because I think this is a little bit more sports entertainment-y with the mist and turning evil and the kind of thing.
Sure.
I would much rather have Statlander versus Julia or Statlander versus Sky Blue, and then maybe Sky Blue wins it and turns heel. I think the triple threat is not needed.
Yeah, I would say, I have no problem with the triple threat match as is. I think, like I said, and I've said this earlier this week, AEW has been doing a lot of sports entertainment-y type stuff over the last few weeks and months because you are gesturing. It's all about the dollar bills, y'all. And this is just another one of those circumstances where they want to try to see what they can do with the Julia Hart story, and she's certainly improved in the ring. So I'm glad that she's getting this time. I think rather than seeing Chris Statlander in a one-on-one match, I would have made this a 4-way match, and I would have included Willow Nightingale.
Yeah, that would not be a bad idea, but you don't have the pencil, so you can't do that.
Well, neither can you, so you can shut your...
Tony Khan is on speed dial. Me and Tony go way back. Jacksonville Jaguars. Duval. Have you played the AEW game yet? Fight Forever. Stadium Stampede.
Stadiums.
Don't interrupt me.
It's awesome.
Don't ever interrupt me, okay? I am talking. I respect you when you talk. You need to respect me when I talk. Okay.
You need to go yourself.
Oh, very nice.
Let me just get through this. There's 2 more matches left, man.
Hey, you're running point guard, buddy. I'm just backing you up.
3-way tag team match for the AEW Tag Team Championships. We've got Starks and Big Bill taking on Roosh and 4-way. Sorry,
Hey,
you see what happens when I get this guy on the show? Like,
we need to call the bullpen. I'll take over. Hey, I got you for these last two. 4-way for the AEW Tag Team Championships. Ricky Starks and Big Show versus Lay Faction on Legado.
Big Bill.
Roosh and Dralistico. And with Jose the Assistant, FTR, Cash Wheeler and Dax Hardwood versus the Kings of the Black Throne, Malachi Black and Brody King. Who you got?
First of all, you're literally reading Wikipedia, and it just makes me giggle.
But you couldn't because you thought it was a 3-way.
I know it's because I typed it in on the.
You typed 4-way in.
Whatever. Anyway, yeah, I know.
Man,
whatever.
This first baseman's really got you down, huh? Hey, you'll be back next year.
I am unwell today. I'm unwell today. I'm just not. I'm out of it.
I did do a little research for you, but
I've got to deal with you on a Friday.
Have the XFL reigning MVP AJ McCarron right on that roster. Slide him in. You should be good. I have faith. Do you have faith?
I do not like you at all, man. Okay. All right. Let's just get through this. So as far as the tag team championships here, I am gonna get I don't know. I'm gonna say FTR. I don't really care about the Starks and Big Bill title reign. Starks, it seemed like, is, I feel like this is just kind of a lame duck kind of thing for him. If I had to guess, I think that he will be AEW or WWE bound next year. So this kind of just is what it is. I don't really have any vested interest in either of these guys as a tag team. Starks is a single star to me. But yeah, let's go 7-star FTR.
I'm going to go Ricky Starks, Big Bill. I'm going to rewind a little bit to a point I made earlier, because I think the Golden Jets are going to win. And I think the Golden Jets taking the belts off Ricky Starks and Big Bill will not hurt that team. I think if you jump it to FTR and then they win it after that, that kind of hurts FTR a little bit. I don't think Roosh and Dralistico are going to win it. I don't think they're ready to win it. I think we need to establish them a little bit more. And the Knights of the Black Throne, House of Black, whatever you want to call them, they are still kind of in a mini feud with the BCC. So I don't think they will be the tag team champions. I think if you are going to make the Golden Jets number one contenders, these are the two to take them off of, because, as you said, they are kind of lame duck champions, right? So get the title off them by making it a bigger deal, by giving it to the Golden Jets. But these guys, not really doing much. I agree with you. Ricky Starks will be in the WWE fairly soon. I think Cody's, he's got Papa H's ear. And funny things about ears, Van Gogh cut his off and sent it to his lover. Did you know that?
Yes, Johnny.
Hey, I'm just a pocket of wisdom. I need your smile. I need you to smile, buddy. Got one more match, and I need you to smile.
I want to go home.
Can we slide a note to him? Just say, act like you're having fun. Yeah, this is pulling teeth for me. This is 38 minutes. Come on. Sorry about that. Little technical difficulties here, guys. But I'm back. You ready for the finale? MJF versus Jay White for the AEW Championship. This is a match, and I don't like the build, but I think it'll be a great match. Do we see the devil? Is the big question.
I need something with this. They've been leaving breadcrumbs the last couple of weeks, but now, this is a pay-per-view. I think that they need to kind of take this to the next level of whatever this is going to be. This could very easily starting this could very well easily factor into World's End on December 30th. So I would like to see them take that next step in whatever this might be. Do you think that we see the Kingdom come out and have any involvement?
I do. I think we see the Kingdom come out. I think we see the Acclaimed come out. I think we see Bullet Club Gold come out. I think we see the Devil come out and sweep up those breadcrumbs. However, at the end of the day, MJF needs to win this. He needs to physically take the title back, because that has been the dumbest part of this feud, because it has been weeks, and I don't know how in the hell he doesn't have his physical championship when you defended it against Kenny Omega. What if Kenny Omega would have won? What would he have won? Anything? No, because Jay White has the title. This is stupid. Sorry. Sorry. I got
you're
fired up a little
not wrong.
bit. I apologize.
You're not wrong.
I'm sorry. But MJF needs to win. MJF, I think, will use the devil to get this win. Jay White, move on, go to the next feud. World's End, I think, is going to be a multi-man match between all of MJF's challengers. I don't know when Adam Cole will be back. I don't know if he'll be back. Am I boring you?
No, I'm just yawning.
No, finish it up.
I did. Continue.
No.
Continue.
It was unprofessional.
Turn
the camera off, right? Turn the camera off. If you're gonna yawn, turn the unprofessional. No, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. I'm boring. Go ahead. Ridiculous.
Okay.
MJF wins the match. I want him to turn heel. Is that too much to ask, Tony? I want him back heel.
It's time.
He is much better as a heel than he is a babyface. The real question, and again, we're going to do another big question. He came out with a statement earlier this week and said, I like a lot of things that are going on in AEW. I like a lot of things that are going on in WWE. What means the most to me is money. What does that mean? Is he just playing this up? Do you think he's re-signed with AEW? Do you think he's going to go to the WWE? I, for one, think he has already re-signed with AEW because they've kind of made it less of a deal on television about the bidding war of 2024. So I think it'll be less of a surprise when we find out he has re-signed with AEW. Do you think he's re-signed with AEW?
Not yet. I don't know. I would have to imagine discussions are ongoing if I had to guess, but I wouldn't go so far as to say that he is officially pen to paper. There for the next 3 to 5 years. He would be any offer that WWE would make for him. He has to see what is happening with Cody Rhodes. He has to be intrigued in what's happening with Jade Cargill. MJF would be treated as a big deal in WWE. Now, how that character adapts to WWE as far as being on TV each and every single week, wrestling each and every single week, because that's just not how he's been built or presented in his time in AEW. That'll take some getting used to. What's that?
I don't think he has to. We see a Roman Reigns that doesn't do that. We see a Logan Paul. Both of those are holding champions currently. They don't do that. I think you could build MJF. No. I'm not arguing with the sake of arguing. I'm just saying I think Triple H is smart enough to know when he has an asset and can go, okay, you don't have to wrestle every week. You come out, you cut a promo, you get heat, and then you move on. I think he's smart enough to do that. I think they would be handled much better than if a Vince McMahon was still running the show. I think you can trust a Triple H a little bit better to manage what your character could actually be.
Fair enough. You won't hear any argument from me.
Better not.
Like I said,
that's a good point.
Pen to paper, I don't think it's happened
yet. You think they're going to use pen to paper, or you think they're going to use e-sign? You're a lawyer. Do you still use pen and paper?
Yes.
Do you? Good. One last thing before we leave. There has been a report via Andrew, is it Zarain? Is that how you pronounce his name? From
Zahorian?
Yes. No. Via Matt Men. Is that who it is? The Matt Men podcast?
Matt Men podcast, yes. Yeah.
On who is going to sign the AEW contract at Full Gear. I was told
Will
Ospreay. That is a big deal, huge deal, because WWE was actively pursuing him.
As they should have.
And I think that, if that is the case, that is why that announcement is going to happen on a pay-per-view rather than just a tweet. Because Tony Khan's going to look at this as, hey, I beat WWE.
Yeah.
Whether he loses talent in 2024 because he signed this guy to a big contract, I don't know.
Remains to be seen, sure.
But is that who you think is going to be signing the big contract?
I would say it's either him or Mercedes, one of the two.
Has to be. Because if it's anybody else, like a Vikingo, or I've seen that thrown around, I don't think that's a big enough deal to put on a pay-per-view.
Yeah. We'll see. Overall, I'm pretty excited for this card as a whole. It's just another night to enjoy some good wrestling. I cannot wait to see Chris so that I can wring his neck for sticking me with you today. So, Johnny, thank you for.
Are you going to smoke some meats this weekend?
No, not this time. He's going to get pizza and he's going to like it.
Hey, he's not mad at that. I know that. Me and the podcast dad go way back. If I can, I'm going to tell you a story. One day, we were in the Barbados, and we wanted a meatball pizza. Guess what? Didn't have a meatball pizza. So what we did is we ordered a cheese pizza and a side of meatballs and just placed the meatballs on top of that pizza. Innovative, sir. Anything for you on your final words? Thank you for joining us for our preview of WCW Bash at the Beach. It's been a great show. We are very happy to see you on. Hey, I think moving forward, this could be a future thing. If you want to do a preview show with me, I'm good, because Johnny makes the money and Johnny produces the money. He's going to get the views. Guys, like us on our social pages. Mr. Cincinnati, what's your Twitter handle?
Follow us at Junkies Pod. Use the QR code. All the social media is there. Follow me on TikTok at EV17. Johnny, thank you for coming on the show. I guess I'm just doing this.
Thanks for having me. I was very happy.
Anyway, be kind to each other. Yeah,
it was great. We will have another Stump the Smark in the next couple days. Again, going on vacation to the Bahamas with my great friend Alex Trebek and Jerry Jones. Should be a great time. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. Hey, we get some wrestling this weekend. We get some wrestling tonight. Wrestling is fun. Guys, it is okay. And I know you usually say it, but I'm going to go ahead and steal it. It is okay to like both shows. Please be kind to each other. Wrestling is fun. Let's just have fun with it. Mr. Cincinnati, any final thoughts?
It's been the Wrestling Junkies Podcast. We'll talk to you guys soon.
Thanks, guys.